What's up guys, my name is Joe, and in today's video I want to show you what's on my phone. So it's 2019 and there's been a lot of applications I've used in 2018, but I want to update and refresh and everything. So I went through the App Store, I went through my phone, deleted all the old apps, added some new apps, and these are the apps that I recommend that you should be using almost every day, or at least what I use. So if you find something interesting, then I hope you will download it and give it a shot. Anyway, if you're interested, stick with me. Now guys, don't forget there's a giveaway on my channel. You can win an iPhone XS. All you have to do is check the link down in the description below. Subscribe, hit the little bell, and share this video. Once I reach 50,000 subscribers, I will give away an iPhone XS to my subscribers. The details are below in the description. And now back to the video. So over here you can see the phone. Now, Mr. Bread is here with me. He is listening to every word I'm saying. So first of all, let's go from top to bottom, from left to right. I have 3 pages of applications on my iPhone XS. Yes, this is an iOS version of what's on my phone. Maybe I'll show you my Android phone if you guys are interested. So first of all, the health application at the very top. Health is very important to me. Health is something that Apple is really focusing on in 2018 and will be focusing on in 2019. Now I can see my steps, how much I walked today, like 3.3 kilometers, how much active calories I've burned, my heart rate. I have an Apple Watch, so it syncs everything into this little handy app. Also, I can see my activity so far today. I still have a workout coming up today, so don't worry, I'm just gonna crash my 500 calorie goal. Now, the second one is obviously the calendar. I use the stock calendar with Apple. I use the stock Photos app with Apple, so I don't use Google Photos, although I do have it downloaded. We'll get to that later, and I'll tell you why. Now, the stock camera app, it is what it is. I like it. There's nothing much to do, although I would love if they would put the settings part of the camera into the camera app. Now I compiled a little Apple folder over here where I put all my Apple applications. I got voice memos, compass, measure, those are the stock apps for these kind of things. Books I read on my iPad, not on my iPhone, so I hit it over here. Files, sometimes I need it, it's not every day. Activity, I always check that on my phone or on my Apple Watch, but if something I need, I can just pop in here and see my activity. See, I'm going for this straight week, so you know, give me a shout out if you really want me to succeed in that. Now, reminders, yeah, got it. Wallet, obviously I got Apple Pay Cash, I got my Boom card, my credit card in there. Also, stock app is the Apple Siri shortcuts, which I have a couple, but all those shortcuts are available over here to the left. If you just search, there you go. Apple shortcuts. Boom. Anyway, moving on. Next page, Apple Watch application where I can configure my watch. FaceTime, I hit it over here because I start FaceTime always from the phone application. iTunes Store, I never use. Numbers, Pages, Keynote, never use. Find My Friends, I use when we are maybe on a festival and we want to see where each other is. Find My iPhone, I use it when I lose something. Apple Store, rarely use. Contacts are again in my phone application, so I really don't need that. Calculator is here, right here with my control center, never open that. And stocks again are here with the quick links on to the left. Now moving on, my clock is always out on the home screen because I get up at different times, so I set my alarm quite frequently. Even though usually I tell Siri to set my alarm, I just need to double check sometimes. Also, weather is put out here. Even though I have the weather here, I like it to have it there. Just a quick glance on every location that I am traveling to maybe, or I've been to, you know, just to have an idea. Now, I use Google Maps as my main navigation. I rarely use Apple Maps. When I was in London, I actually liked Maps, Apple Maps, but I tend to use Google Maps when I'm walking or I'm going with transit. Now, if I'm going with a car, I always use Waze. So you guys should choose Waze as well because it's fantastic. Google did a terrific job on getting all the information into that application regarding traffic and road closures and everything. It's just magnificent. Now I live in Hungary, so we don't have Uber, even though I have it downloaded, because abroad I use Uber, but over here the same thing is called Taxify, and I use that. Also, there's this Imetalbox, which is just basically for train times that come in the city. Anyway, Molimo is a car rental company here in Hungary. Moving on, TV Time. I love this application. I watch a lot of TV shows, and these TV shows tend to, I forget when they are on, which episodes have I seen, which episodes have I not seen. So this is just basically, it collects all my TV shows and tells me what I have to watch, what I didn't watch. It tells me when the next episode is coming on. It tells me what TVs or what I am watching, what I'm up to date with, and all the TV shows that I've finished. So if you want to follow me on here, just, you can find me as at Joe Ritter and follow me. You can see what kind of TV shows I watch from day to day. App Store, no need to explain. App Store is the App Store. Now, Videaste is an application where I can check my subscriber count. I have 3 YouTube channels. One is Apple Pie, that's a Hungarian channel. I have over 109,000 subscribers there. On my English channel, on this channel that you're watching, I have 29,053 subscribers. But there is an iPhone XS giveaway, and if you want to be part of that giveaway, subscribe now, and once I reach 50,000 subscribers, I will give an iPhone XS to one of my subscribers. So if you want info on that, check the link down below. Also, I have another Hungarian channel which is about gastronomy, and you can we just go around town and test restaurants and have fun and do challenges like eating the hottest pizza in town. Now, my next folder, actually my third folder, is the smart home folder, where I have a lot of Mi lights or Xiaomi lights, like above the couch, next to the window, in my bedroom, on the desk, and I control the lights from this application. ADAX Wi-Fi is actually a heater, electronic heater, and I can set the degrees on how warm I want. Let's say in the studio right now, I put it to max because I want it to go up. It's 17.2 degrees right now here in my studio, and I can just control it from my phone. ADAX, it comes with ADAX electric radiators basically. Midea Air is an application for my air conditioning. So it's winter here in Hungary right now. We don't need air conditioning. That's why it's offline. But during summer, I can always set the temperature from my phone. LG TV Plus is an application which I control my OLED LG TV with. If I don't find my smart remote somewhere near me, this is what I control it with. The next one is, my next folder is business, where there is Slack, which is a business communication application. It's kind of like a messenger app, except you can differentiate different topics. So you can put together different topics, and there's a different kind of stream for all the conversations. It's a lot easier to find content. It's a lot better than email. So I really prefer Slack when we're doing business conversations. Now, as you can see, this is my business folder. I use Google Business for my social media business, createsocial.com, if you guys want to go check that out. Now, Drive, I have unlimited storage there. Sheets and Docs are basically the equivalent of Microsoft Word and Excel. Now, I do social media advertising and social media content generation. That's why I need Facebook ads, which is this. I'm not going to show you much from there because it's my clients' data there, and Facebook pages where all my clients are. And I can manage their pages. Also, I can manage their Google advertisements from this Google Ads application, and that's business. Next, we go over to finance. I have a PayPal account. I have a Hungarian bank account called OTP. Then I have my cryptocurrency account, which is called Coinbase, where currently I have about $8 worth of Bitcoin, which is not much. Then I have my Boon card. It's an English financial service. I can actually use that Boon card, add it to my Apple Pay, and it's a virtual card. Then I have another bank account, which is in Hungary, the Unicredit Bank, and I have another application called Simple. It's not really a good application, but we sometimes use it here in Hungary for buying tickets and paying for stuff. Also, OTP Abiz is an application where I can manage my invoices, which I generate from my business. And Revolut, I did an episode on Revolut. It's one of the best financial applications you can use today. You get a free credit card or you get a free debit card. You can upload, and there's a really good conversion rate between different currencies. If you want to see this video, the full video, then check out, I posted it somewhere here. You can find the white line. Go check my video out on Revolut. Now, I use a lot of notes, and as you can see, we came down to the bottom 4 rows: the business, YouTube, social, and my phone. So this is the region I use daily. I use a couple of times a day these applications. That's why it's very easily reachable for my thumb. And this 4 row is the top tier apps that I use. And I use notes a lot because I take notes on my iPad Pro with the iPad or Apple Pencil, and then I just check my notes when when I need to. Then moving on, listening to music, I use mainly Spotify. I tried Apple Music. I would love to love Apple Music, but I don't. My favorite choice is Spotify. Then if I need to look for some kind of music, then it's Shazam. TuneIn Radio is one of the best services if you want to listen to live radio all around the world. So you have all the radio channels around the world digitally on your phone, so you don't need FM radio or anything. Just tune in and listen. SoundCloud, I like to browse SoundCloud for new artists. I really appreciate some of the guys over there. Andrew Applepie, whose music I use in almost every video of mine. I love the guy. Please check him out down in the description below. He does awesome music, and I'm very, very happy that he agreed that I could use his music on my channel because it's one of the best music that I've ever heard. Podcasts, I use the Apple Podcasts application. I listen to The Verge, Joe Rogan Show, Cultcast, and The Happy Hour from 9 to 5 Mac. Those are the things that I listen to. Then come the very obvious choices of applications: YouTube, Facebook, Messenger. These 3 are basically, I don't even have to explain. I use them a lot every day. And also I have my YouTube studio over there where I can check on the views, the statistics, the comments on my YouTube channels, which is, I do that a couple of times a day. Now in my social applications, I have WhatsApp, which I rarely use. I have Twitter, which I rarely use. I have WeChat, which I rarely use. Sometimes I do with my Chinese friends. Then I have Skype, which is obviously you have to have Skype. And Patreon, you can actually support my channel on patreon.com/Joe Ritter. Give me $1 and I will be able to make a lot more videos like this and even more better quality videos. Local is a really cool application for Facebook, and it basically shows you what's happening around you. So now if I choose, let's say Budapest, it shows me all the things that are happening in Budapest as posted to Facebook. And if I don't know what to do one night or where to take a girl or whatever, I check this and then off we go. It's really cool. Reddit, well, that's another social media platform, or I don't know if it's a social media platform or like more of a news site or whatever. What is Reddit actually? I mean, there's a lot of information there, a lot of people there. It's fun. You need Reddit. Anyway, TikTok, I've actually fell in love with TikTok recently. I think it's a really, really cool application, and I already did 2 videos, and one of my videos got 20,000 views. So, check me out on TikTok at Joe Ritter. Also on Instagram at Joe Ritter. That's a pretty cool place to be for me, and there I have about 27,000 followers. Anyway, settings, I regularly do stuff in settings, so it's on my first page. Then I have the phone. I use Apple's stock email application for all my emails, and I use Safari, not Google Chrome. And obviously messages are the most important thing. iMessage is where I communicate the most with my contacts. On to the second page, where as you can see everything is in alphabetical order, which I don't understand why Apple doesn't put their applications in alphabetical order, or at least have an app tray where I could put all these applications in and easily find them. So I manually adjust the alphabetical order. As you can see, it's from a number 9gag, then I went to Alios. Alios will be an application that will be available in Western Europe soon. Basically, in this application, you are a social shopping application. You can actually just buy something for $1. You can get an iPhone XS for $1. The point is, let's say you have this Huawei P40 Lite and it's 409 in dollars. That's their in-app currency. And 409 people actually need to put in $1. And once that comes together, one of the people will win it. It's a really awesome concept. I really think that they can go huge with this. So that's the way you can actually get in a Huawei P20 for $1. And whatever you lost in the Alias app, you can take that off as a discount in their marketplace. So you're actually not losing any money while you're playing on Alias. Now I have one game, or maybe two games, but this is one of my favorites, Adcap. It's basically you need to buy a lemon stand, a newspaper shop, a car wash, and once you buy one, you start to earn money. Then you have more money to buy more stuff, more lemon shops, and it's basically a game until infinity. It never really ends, and that's why I got really hooked onto it. Now Airbnb, I travel a lot. I use Airbnb for booking really cool apartments. And I think it's one of the best and most beautiful apps for booking apartments, and relatively cheaper than going into a hotel. I'm traveling with Air France to a couple of places, so I have my Air France application downloaded with my tickets inside, and now you can see that Meta Recorder is not in alphabetical order, but it's actually an Apogee application, and this is the application used to record my microphone. So you see my microphone over here, and I have my phone over here, and this phone is actually recording via Apogee. So once the picture and the sounds gets combined on my my video editing software, that's when you will, get beautiful outcome of this whole thing. Now my number one main or number 1, 2, and 3 news sources are BBC News, CNN, and Euronews. That's where I get my headlines from. That's where I get 3 notifications a day on what's happening in the world. This application called Comm is actually a relaxation application where you can just log in, listen to esoteric sounds, listen to something calming, soothing, and just bring you down, relax you. You had a long day. Just don't worry about it. Just turn on Comm and you'll be happy. Now, there is this application which is called Color Splash. Now, as you can see, what you can do in this application is basically turn any photo into a black and white photo, and after you've done that, you can actually just manually select on which parts of the picture you want highlighted with color. So like I just want this part and the tongue of the other pit bull colored, then that's what I do. Now if I want, let's say, the background over here to be colored, there's not much color here, but you get what I'm going for. Let's say I'm going out to a garden and taking a picture of a flower, then I can just have the leaves of the flower colored, and it's very artistic. Really is artistic, so knock yourself out, guys. Then I have a really cool, really simple countdown application. Whenever I'm waiting for something really bad, I turn on this application and I just, let it count down. CNN obviously is the same as a news source, also is Euronews. BBC, CNN, Euronews is the news, or where I get my news from. If I'm looking for sports, I go to my Eurosport player where I can actually watch Eurosport, and I can get my latest results. Now there's a really cool application called Flipboard, and Flipboard, what it does is I actually can It's kind of like Apple News. Well, it is Apple News. Apple News copied Flipboard. You have all your sources of information, your favorite websites. You add it in, and it combines a little nice magazine for this. Now, this is actually pretty cool on iPhone, but it's a lot better on the iPad. So I might be doing a review on the iPad of Flipboard. This is a very old application. I don't know how many people use it, but I love it dearly. I use it every day. When I wake up, I just flip through it and see what there is. Now, Geekbench, if you don't know Geekbench, you're not much into tech. Geekbench is basically an application used to benchmark all your phones. It's on Android, it's on iOS. So if I want to compare like an iPhone XS to an iPhone 6, then I do a test on Geekbench, and it will evaluate the speed and every internal, whatever's inside, it will tell me. Just like in this case, iPhone XS, it has a 2.49 gigahertz processor, A12 Bionic, and 3.67 gigabytes of RAM. Now, moving forward, we have Google News over here. It's kind of like another version of where I get my news. This actually gets kind of like Flipboard. It brings together a lot of news sites and puts it into one place. Again, it's just like Apple News, except this is Google News. Now, I have Google Photos downloaded and installed on my phone, and the reason is that I sync my Google Photos to my Apple iCloud photos. That means if I make a picture with my iPhone XS, it saves it to my iCloud. Also, it saves it to my Google Photos. Therefore, it's on my Android device as well. If I make a photo on my Android device, it uploads it to my Google Photos, and that uploads it to my iCloud. So I have all my photos on all of my devices, let that be iPhone or Google or Android phones, and I'm done. And I have both of them backed up, so that's really cool. Even though I use Apple's stock mail application, I downloaded the Gmail because sometimes Gmail doesn't come through via Apple's application, so I really need that. Now I have two applications for watching movies. Well, one is HBO Go. I like the content HBO gives me. I do not have a Netflix subscription. I use HBO Go or Horizon Go. Horizon Go, if you're familiar around Europe or Eastern Europe, Central Europe, this is basically you can watch TV with Horizon Go. I have about 120 channels that I can watch on this application. I just turn it on, I pick out the channel, and it's live TV going on my phone. You can actually see all the channels over here. It's actually in Hungarian right now, so it's not, I don't really want to show it to you. Then another Hungarian application called Adcap, it's weather for Hungary. Then I have Imetalbox, which is really cool. I can turn on the flashlight, but I can actually make it flash in different kind of speeds, and I can turn off the brightness, and there's a lot of things you can do. You can magnify stuff in here, you can level stuff out really easily. You have rulers, you have battery percentage, timers, and everything. It's just it's a toolbox if you ever need one. Money Pro is an application for those people who like to keep their finances straight. Now it has Face ID authentication. If you buy something, let's say you go out and you are getting gas for your car, 52 Canadian dollars, I think it'll save it like that. No, it saved it as forints. Anyway, you can actually put in whatever you spend, and it'll do reports about it. You can do budgeting in here, you can do your balance, you can create different kind of accounts for your wallet, for your savings, so you absolutely know how much money you have and where. Also, if you don't know where you spend all your money, just try it out for 1 month. Everything you spend, put it in here. You'll be amazed on how much money you spend on places you don't even know about. Like for me, I had no clue how much I spent on alcohol. I drank a lot in that particular month, on beer, on whiskey, and I just going out with friends, getting a glass of wine, whatever. And at the end of the month, I was like shocked on how much I actually drink. Ever since, well, I still drink, but not so much. Now, MyFitnessPal is a really cool application. because it's a fitness application, which I'm really into right now. Now the thing is, what I use it for mostly is to count my calories, because there's a really cool part over here down at the bottom. You can actually just click on your food. Let's say lunch, and if you want to put in a new item, you can use the barcode scanner and just scan in the barcodes, and it automatically fills out all the information. Once you did that, it'll always be in your recent foods. So let's say I just want to put canned jalapenos, and it shows me all the nutrition information: 21 calories, 4 grams of carbs, 0.5 grams of fat, and 0.5 grams of protein. Yeah. That's MyFitnessPal. It also has a lot of extra stuff, so you can actually work out here. You can get your diary on what you eat, what you do. You get the gist. Now I have a Vodafone carrier, so I have my Vodafone where I pay my bills. NetPincer is a Hungarian food ordering app. It's one of the worst, but what you gonna do about it? Nemzeti Sport is also an application for Hungary where it's Hungarian sport news I can look at. Night Sky, although, is one of the best applications if you want to go out stargazing, because it uses your phone's gyroscope and knows where, and GPS and everything, and knows where you're looking at. So now you can see Andromeda, which is a galaxy, is just there. Go outside, give it a try, just look around. If you have a clear sky, you see everything, then this will help you find the stars that you are looking at, or actually give you information what's above you. I ran a lot. Now I don't run so much. Anyway, when I did, I used Nike Run Club. That's it. I don't want to say more about that. If you want to find me on Nike Run Club, you can find me. My name is Joe Ritter. Then, Plague Inc. is a really cool game. I really like this game. Basically, it's you're a virus and you have to take over the world and kill everybody in the world. Really fun application. Then you have Prisma, which is a really cool application in terms of making awesome effects for pictures. Like, let's say we have this picture over here from my iPhone, and I want to make it some really stand out with different kind of design. Now, as you can see, you can add a lot of designs, a lot of filters on it, and it really makes your pictures unique. Now, this is a 2-3-year-old application, which I really love. I used a lot back in the day when it was really new, and sometimes I still do for some, awesome social media posts. Now it's very slow, so I'm not going to show you the thing. Retouch is an awesome application if you want to retouch or just fix some of the pictures. Now let's go into my my all photos, and let's go into this photo and just try to fix something here. Now, let's say, okay, I don't want to show what's written on the tires of my car, so I go over here on Quick Repair, and I just highlight those parts. So as you can see, it's immediately gone. Now, there are more complex things, like let's say I want to remove this. So I just go over it like that. Boom, gone. And you can't see it. You can't see the difference. It's a really cool app. Let's say I want to remove that line over there. Then I say line remover, and I just pull it like that. It recognizes the line is gone. There you go. You need to check this application out. It's called Retouch. It's down in the App Store. Now, sketches. I've actually did a Hungarian video on this, but I will be doing an English video on drawing with an iPad. This is one of the best drawing applications that you can choose right now currently from the App Store. It has a lot of tools you can use. It has a lot of really cool aspects to it. So I will be doing a separate video on sketches, I promise. Now, social score is where I get all the information regarding my favorite teams, sport teams, let that be around the world or here in Hungary. If there's live matches going on, just like over here, you can see on what's happening, when's the full time, who's playing, what's the, from minute on to minute, and it gives you like notifications. I really love that. One of the best score management applications. Speed Test is an application where you can actually test the speed of your Wi-Fi or of your internet. Stocard is an application where you can use your loyalty cards. Just put all the information from your loyalty cards into Stocard. It'll generate a card for you, and you don't have to have them with you. You can just hold it up to the scanner. Sweatcoin is a really awesome application that I will be doing a video on, so stay tuned for that. But basically, you can earn money just by walking. Yes, which is weird. But I'll get to you on that later. Google Translate I use with my foreign friends, mainly Spanish people, because I don't speak Spanish and I need to translate my English to Spanish. TripAdvisor, whenever I go abroad, I look at TripAdvisor because it has tips and tricks and whatever I need in that location, where to go, what to find, reviews, etc. Wizz Air is the cheapest airline, along with Ryanair here in Europe, so that's like budget airlines. If I don't travel like with better quality airlines, then I use the crappy ones. Volt is also a application where I can order food, and I have Xbox, which is, I'm an Xbox user, so that's where all my Xbox information is. And guys, that is what's on my phone in 2019. These are the applications I use the most. I'm really interested to see what you guys use. Please leave a comment down in the comment section below if there's an app you want me to showcase, and I will. Are you interested in Sketches, Sweatcoin, or any other application from my phone? What kind of apps do you use? What did I miss out? Let's talk about it. Don't forget, there's an iPhone XS giveaway on this channel. All you have to do is subscribe. Check out the description below. There's a link to a forum. Add your email so I can get to you if you've won. And once we reach 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away an iPhone XS. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and until my next video, stay safe and hang loose.